buns. It's lunch hour. A little bit more added footage for today. I'm trying to go by the store and see. I called first and to ask them if they had my brand of water, which is Crystal Geyser. And the young lady came back on the phone that answered the phone. She was like, well, we do have water in. I said, well, do you know if it's Crystal Geyser, or is it like all the water, certain brands or something? And she was like, well, I don't really have anyone around to do a check to be able to let you know exactly which water is still back there, was still on the shelf. She said, but we do have some water. And I said, okay. Well, I said, thank you. So I'm on lunch. And mind you, when I called, it was going on, I want to say 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. So, hopefully, that way, if they do, if they don't, what I'm going to end up doing, you know, if they do, then I'll, like I told you before, I'll end up getting the water. If they don't have my water, then I'll just be coming back to work. And I'm not really hungry because I did eat this morning. Excuse me. I had some breakfast potatoes with gravy. So, that's still sitting on my stomach. So, I'm not really, that's the reason I decided to go ahead and leave, like, for my lunch hour, just to go to the store. And see exactly what I can find in the store. So, try to do that. Hopefully it'll be productive enough today, and we can walk away feeling good and feeling like Rocky, like dun 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 dun. We got water. We got water. If that happens. If not, I'm gonna come back in the car and just be like, wah, 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 wah. Meaning we struck out and there was none, okay? So we're going to keep an eye on to see exactly what it is that we, you know, how the mood is when they get to this store and go inside and see if they have exactly what I'm looking for. That's the only thing I'm looking for right now. It's just that. No more, no less. You know, I don't need any snacks or anything else like that. You know, I'm pretty good. What's in my, you know, what I have in the refrigerator and the freezer. So, oh, I called Papa's as well. It's a place called Papa's Barbecue. Called them and asked them because they did send out, they put in the news that for the next 14 days that they want the restaurants and the bars, I guess places that serve food, eateries, to only do to-goes and delivery. So a lot of places have free delivery. But I called Papa's because the only thing I really wanted was the jalapeno cornbread from them. And I called to ask the young lady, like, if they had made some today. And she said, no, we hadn't made any today. So that was the first thing that didn't go well. And so, like I said, we're on the way to go see if we can find my water. I hope you guys are able to, you know, find water or find the things that you like to drink on and be okay with, you know. Like I said, for myself, it's only like certain brands that I like to drink on, and that I don't seem to have a problem with. So. And I just finished talking about with one of my coworkers, like I have to walk because they were like, did you have on green jeans on Friday? I said, well, yeah. I said, more like camo color. And they were like, yeah. I said, okay, yeah. He said, okay, we saw you walking. I was like, yeah, I try to get in my steps where I can. I said, but I didn't feel like walking today. I said, I'm not even going to sit here and lie about it. I don't feel like walking today. So, I didn't walk. I haven't walked today, okay? I'll try to. Like I said, I have to get back in that routine of doing more walking and everything, and I think that'll be okay. And let's see how this goes. And as for my water, I know that like people may be saying like, why are you always trying to get over to HEB? Well, HEB is the only place that I really know that has my water. Besides, like I said, CVS or the dollar store. Unfortunately, Randall's doesn't carry it. Kroger's doesn't carry it. Target is supposed to carry it, and so it's Walmart. But I'm not gonna sit here. Anytime I've ever been in their stores, I've never seen Crystal Geyser in their store, ever. So, HEB is the only place I know that I can go get it besides CVS and the dollar store. So, if that kind of sort of makes sense, then I hope it does. So, we're over here, trying to get over here to the store. So many places that is like, you just basically they're not trying to let people come in and socialize and sit there for whatever duration of time that most people do sit in a place to either eat their food or chit chat and all that. They said, nope, not today, not for the next 14 days. You figure out what you're going to do. If you still like us after that, you come on back and see us. But you can't help it. I mean, you can't even be mad at them. It's a citywide effect thing. That's going on in most of the major cities and states that I know of. So, it is what it is. I know I watched on the news to where this one guy who said that he had the coronavirus, and he's hospitalized, and they were talking to him on the news. Unfortunately, I don't remember what state or city that he was in, but he was stating that he got it from his church. And he said at first he was upset because the emergency room sent him home, and I guess gave him some antibiotics and sent him home, and told him, just rest up. And he said he just stopped feeling worse. Like he said, it was like no other pain, that he's ever felt in his life. And so he goes back to the emergency room, and he says majority of the people from his church were in the emergency room. I said, goodness gracious. I said, they got it from church. But, like I say, any place where you're gathering and things like that, you may not think that, you just don't know if you come in contact with somebody or not. You don't know enough to be able to say yay or nay. Passing by people all the time, all day, every day, they're strangers to you. You have no idea. So, like I said, I pray everyone is doing well. Pray everybody, got to work or got home safely, with no hassles, no trouble, no problems, no misunderstandings, things like that. That's the only thing I can, really say is do the best you can. Stay safe as possible. You can stay at home, stay home, hon. Unfortunately, my happy self got to go to work. I know a lot of people, some people may choose to stay at home or something like that because they might have smaller children. But as for me, I'm okay. I'm thankful to be okay. I'm grateful to be okay. So the only thing I can say is I gotta keep it moving. Got to move it. That's what it's coming down to. I got to move it. There goes the fire truck. I don't know where they're going. Oh, shit. Let them get it. I done came too far up to be like, you know, oh. And this young lady, she's loading her vehicle up, so perhaps I can take her spot. And that will work for me. And, you know, I'll use the basket that she's using, because there's another basket out here. Well, actually, it's like 2 or 3 baskets right where she's parked at. So I am going to take her spot. I don't want her to feel like I'm rushing her. I don't know if they have my water. I think this is HEB's water. I'm seeing a lot of people come out with HEB's water and HEB's brand of toilet paper and paper towels. So, we're going to go in there and see, but I don't really think they have my water. I don't think they have my spring water, and I'm just being honest. Just being honest. I know I have not really looked in the camera, and I've just been looking around and everything, but you know how you can be sitting there waiting on a spot, and then somebody else can come from somewhere else from the opposite direction and then like try to park there, and you just like, for real, don't do that. But you have some people who will actually do that, and you just be like, that's not even cute. Not cute at all. So let's go see what they have. Let's go see if I get to say, you know, I found water. Or if I'm just on Man, no. Whammy, no whammies. Whammies, no whammies. Let's hope we get. Alright, y'all. I was able to get my stuff at HEB. I have my vegan ramen noodles. I got my vegetables, my chopped vegetables. Got my agave. Got my seasoning, got me a few little snacks. I even got me some vegan deli meat with the cheese. Got my Reynolds wrap. Thank you so much. Which line you doing? Oh, thank you so much, sweetie. Okay, I got my Reynolds wrap. I got my freezer bags. I have 2 more packs of toilet paper. Thank you. And guess what? I found my water. We found water. I'll pick it back up in the car. Alright, honey buns. As you can see, I found my stuff. Got my water. My 2 things of water. That's all I need. I'm not trying to be greedy or anything else like that. So we found water. We found water. I told you I was going to get my Rocky on before we found it. So, we found the water. And I found some tissue. They had a sparkling by Martinelli. They had a sparkling apple apple juice that was apple mango. I've never seen that before, so that's the first time I've seen it. I'm gonna try it. You know, what else is it? Dude, I see you, but he don't see me, and he's like stepping back. You know, I don't know what exactly he's looking for, but like I said, I see him, but he don't see me. I need him to be careful, so nobody goes off and knocks the dust off of him. But like I said, I found my they have my vegan noodles, ramen noodles. So I got those. I got the last 8 that were on the shelf, and they're only 99 cents. So, you know, I got those. I found my vegetable seasoning. I found a new vegetable seasoning by Grill Mates. I'm gonna try that as well. I could not find my McCormick's Perfect Pinch. It's an all-purpose that they have, and it's salt free. Now I probably have to go to a different HEB to find it. This one didn't really have it, so you know, that's not you know, too much of a deal breaker or anything. But I found majority of the things that I was looking for. I found my ginger I was looking for. I didn't get any more garlic because, like I said, I have garlic at home, and if push comes to shove, I'll chop it up myself because I have some garlic cloves at home. What else did I get in there? Some other seasoning and spices and stuff like that. Like the garlic powder, garlic onion powder, you know, things that you need to cook with, basically. And also, what else was it? Oh, I got my foil paper. I like the Reynolds, the one that's in the gold, the real strong, heavy duty one from Reynolds. I got some freezer bags, you know, so I can, the vegetables that I got that's already chopped up and stuff, I can put them in a freezer bag and put them in the freezer. That way I can sit up there and use what it is I want to use in whatever amounts or increments while I'm cooking. I usually put all my chopped vegetables in the bag, so I'll do that. I saw some mushrooms there, but I didn't see any oyster or shiitake or anything like that, so I just saw white mushrooms, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just didn't want those, but I was very pleasantly surprised that they had the plant-based turkey meat, which I haven't tried that, so I want to try it because, you know, like I said, I have the spinach wraps at home. I can always make a wrap. I can definitely make a wrap. That, and I got the choy, I think it's choy, but it's field roast, but it's I think it's called choy. They're tomato, I think it's tomato basil, or it's tomato something, plant-based cheese. So when I make my wrap, I'll use that cheese and maybe put some broccoli in it as well. If not, you know, what I'm gonna do is put it in the refrigerator until I know that I want to sit there and make a wrap. Then I know I can go to the store and get some lettuce and tomato. Like I said in a different video, I really don't like wasting money. So when it comes to lettuce and tomatoes, I don't buy them unless I know I'm going to use them right away. That, and also avocados. I know I'm going to use them right away, because I don't want them sitting around or going to waste. Okay. So, but other than that, we basically found everything, especially our water. Get your Rocky on. We found our water. I'm just saying. So I'm happy about that. If you can't tell, I'm very happy about that. Sit there. Why are you in the middle of the street, coming down the street, boo? Like, what? I don't understand. Do you think your vehicle is the only vehicle on this road? Like, you gonna take up all the space? I understand you looking for something, but you don't drive down the middle of the street with that, baby. That's two-way. One way, the other way. That don't mean you sit up here and hog up the whole road. No. Hold on for me, y'all. All right, hun buns. Had to. Now just one last stop. So my lunch hour is about over, and going back to this job. Somebody's out walking their doggies. One does not have a leash on it, and the other one there has a leash on it. My thing is, when I see big dogs, I'm taking that your dog is like Cujo. If you ain't even seen that movie, you go watch that. Like I said, there's plenty of streaming apps and websites you can go watch what I'm talking about. Cujo scared the living daylights out of me. And besides being a little girl riding my bike and having like where my grandmother used to live at, she used to stay by the train tracks. And you know, sometimes we get home from school on the weekends, you know, depends. You know, you get on your bike and you just, you know, in the parking lot, like down from my grandmother's house, there was a business. And I don't remember what the business was, but their parking lot was always seemingly to be empty. So you ride your bike down there so you can go and pop wheelies and just, you know, ride around in circles and stuff like that. Well, one day I'm in there and next thing you know, here comes some stray dogs. I was scared out my mind. You hear me? My little ass was terrified. Because they kept coming toward me. And so, next, man, when I tell you, when you're a small kid, them little legs can move, baby. They can go. Honey, I sat up there, and I got my pedal on. I went through the back gate, and I had to, like, pedal for my life, trying to go all the way around the block, just to come back around to where my grandmother's house was. These dogs were on my tail, you hear me? I was so petrified it wasn't funny. I was like, oh my goodness. I really thought they were going to eat me alive. I thought they were going to eat me alive. Now mind you, I'm not a tall person as it is right now, right? So you can imagine, as a kid, I was a little short, I wasn't no tall kid. Them dogs look like Cujo to me. And, I'm taking off. I'm scared. I'm crying. I get around to my grandmother's house. Now, anybody else knows this when you're a kid. Do you stop when you're on the bike? Do you press the brakes? No. You know what you do? You pedaling, and then you hop up. You push the bike forward, and you run for your life for the door. You're not stopping on no brakes. You ain't trying to ease your way in. No. You trying to hurry up and get off that bike. You don't care if the bike slams into the side of the house, the front porch, mess up the flower bush, nothing. Only thing I'm trying to do is hurry up and get on that porch, get to my grandmother's door, and get through that door to get inside the house. I kid y'all not. I'm sorry. You got a big dog? I think your dog trying to kill me. I'm just telling you the truth. And so no. If I see somebody with a big dog, even though they be like, oh, my dog doesn't bite. Okay, if you say so. I always think your dog's gonna bite. And what else was it? Now I had a dog myself. Don't get me wrong. I had a dog. I had a black Pomeranian. I inherited her from my sister because she was going to be gone for like a year. So I opted to keep her dog. Wait a minute, hold on for me, y'all. All right, we finished that stop. Now head on to the job. I know my car is going to be smelling high off of green onions, white onions, and the chopped up bell peppers, because I smell them now. So by the time I get off work and get my happy tail back in this car, it is going to be lit. It is going to be so lit. my car is going to be high off of the smell of onions and peppers. I'm going to have to somehow be driving with the windows cracked. Maybe the ones in the back so it doesn't be so loud while I'm, you know, doing the video. But either way, back to talking about the dogs, right? Like I said, I inherited my dog. She's deceased now. She died, passed away from heart failure and old age in 2015. And so she was a black lab Pomeranian. My BLG would be so prissy, but so smart. That little girl was a handful and too much. But one thing I say about my baby, she was not the type of pet or dog that got into things. Like she didn't go tear up paper, magazine. She's not trying to go tear up your shoes and clothes. My baby didn't do any of that, okay? My baby would sit there. As long as you left it on the Disney Channel for her while I was gone to work, I left it on the Disney Channel, and she was good to go. My little baby would sit up there and watch Disney. And I remember I had my cousin come over one time because they had to come and work on the cable. This is when they had the boxes before I switched over to satellite and whatever, right? They would have to come out trying to work on the box and whatever was going on. And my cousin, I had her come to my house because she was going to wash a load of wash some clothes at my house. And while she was washing her clothes, you know, she would be there while the cable person is there. I wasn't going to be able to be there. When I tell you, that cable man, when he sit up there, was in my room where she was at the time. And he turned that cable box off of her Disney. My cousin said that my little dog, my little girl, lost her ever-loving mind and was barking up a storm at that man until he turned it back onto her Disney. When he did, she stopped. That's my baby. She loved her cartoons. She loved her Disney. With her Disney on, she good. So, she was good on that. And small dogs, I'm fine with. You know, dogs that come up to past my knee or past my hip, because I'm only like a smidge under 5'4". Most of the time, you know, if people ask me back in the day, I'm like, no, I'm 5'5", because I just did not like being of the stature that I was, right? Now, like my younger brothers, they have height. They're both 6 feet and over, right? Oh, no, but my sisters and I, no. We didn't inherit that. So, we would sit there, and like I said, I had her. She wasn't Cujo to me. She was a smaller Pomeranian. You know, most of the time she kept to herself. She didn't want to be bothered as long as she can go out and play and have you rub her belly, and she would sit there and you know, enjoy herself. You know, she was a very calming dog. She was a very calming dog. So I appreciated that. So people ask me, you know, will you get another dog? No, I don't really think I'll find another dog that was like her. I really think that she was a special type of dog. And she was in my life when I needed it. Like for me to get, as my sister said, for me to get out and go do something. So I would have to get out and go do stuff for her. And baby, she went everywhere with me. I went on a plane, she on a plane. Only time she did not go on a plane, and it was when I went to Jamaica. And they were saying that she couldn't come. You know, they were saying the pets and stuff. I get over there to Jamaica, and I see a few people with their pets, especially small pets. It's not like they were over there with big dogs. I mean, like, small pets, like how my baby was, because my baby was not a big old heavy dog. She was a small dog. And so I was disappointed then. I had my great uncle watch her while I was in Jamaica. And I don't know if that broke my baby heart or not, but I know my baby was used to going everywhere with me. Wherever it is, I went and got on the plane. I gladly paid that. And at the time, it was $500. $250 one way, $250 coming back. I gladly paid that money for my baby to come on and be on the plane with me, because she wasn't staying nowhere. Where I went, she went. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking for a parking space. So that's how that was for me. And trying to see if I can find one, see one, anything. Okay. Right down here by Anna. Gotta get straight, you know. I don't know if anybody else is that way. I know that, you know, have a pet peeve to where you're looking at people for, like, parking on the line, taking up almost the other parking space. You'd be mad as hell, like, you can't drive, you didn't see that. I know you had to see that when you got your happy ass out your vehicle to know that you were on the line, or that you were halfway into the other parking space. Stop playing. So, you know, let me woosah. I need to go back into this job. All right, y'all.